Hey, I'm Peter. That's me. And that's my brother, Lucas. And that's my dad, Pedro. We've been riding motorcycles together for almost as long as I can remember. I mean, for us, motorcycles have always been about exploration, freedom, and adventure. So now, years later, we were ready for a big trip. No tour guides, no scheduled stops, no fancy gear, no destination. We would travel down the Baja Peninsula on tiny Mexican motorcycles with nothing more than we could fit in a pizza delivery box.
Day 4. We got to 500 plus kilometers, so we're doing its first oil change. So we just did my bike, and now we're gonna do Buzz bike. And then we'll get on the road and just go south on one.
Well, how far is it from Tijuana? It's not 500 kilometers, is it?
No, yesterday we went so far east, and then we came back.
Yeah,
So
we've been
just,
doing some great stuff. We went to that park, what's it, National Pedro something?
yeah.
Did you go to the one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful,
Is
top
it?
of the hill.
Making friends, working on the bikes, and watching the sunrise. What a morning. But the oil change wasn't just maintenance, it was a milestone. We'd hit 500 kilometers already, and we were ready for the next 500. So we bid farewell to our oceanside resort and found a little shop to grab some grub and figure out where we were headed.
Where? Where's Coco's Corner? Where are we now?
We are somewhere right here on this straight line. But then we'll be hit the coast and then go into the mountains, and I don't know if we'll make it today, but we can. And Coco's Corner is off this gravel road right there.
Coco's Corner, a man's house covered in decorative trash and ladies' underwear. I'd only heard stories from Lucas and my dad, but if some guy's house was on the map, I wanted to see it. It didn't look like we were gonna make it today, though. With what can only loosely be defined as a plan, we got back to what we do best, riding south without a care. The roads were becoming less and less well-maintained, and soon after, we were stopped by men with guns at a military checkpoint. The military dudes told the guy ahead of us to get out as they searched through his stuff. But they let us go without even a second glance. Even gave us directions to the next gas station. Nice. All right, here comes the long haul through a whole lot of nothing. Nada.
It's 360 kilometers with no gas station. That's why.
And how many do you think
I don't know, I think
one
it's
tank
gonna be
can go?
close.
It'll be close.
It's like 200 miles is nothing.
Yep. Nothing. The ride was pretty, don't get me wrong. But between the piles of trash along the roads, the worsening road conditions, and riding against head-on wind, the trek was starting to feel a bit like a chore.
I think we're going on head-on wind. I can't really tell. But
Yeah.
and then my eyes
And I
can
was
stop
getting
watering,
cold. I'm getting
so I have to get the
cranky.
goggles on. And then we met these people from Montana riding their surly bikes, off-roading.
And I was getting chilly, so looking cool on my jeans. It's not working out.
I'm still looking
I'm gonna
cool
go
though.
back,
I'm still gonna look cool.
but
I went 105 kilometers, and then after that I was just like,
Yeah,
I can't see.
Yeah.
And there's no way to like stop it. It was just constant. It was terrible.
Okay, break's over. Let's get back on the road. After that, the road started to flatten out again. The potholes disappeared, but the wind got worse. We were pushing the little Italicas to their limits, and it was getting harder and harder to keep the bikes stable against the gusts of air hitting us from every side. And that's when the roads got really bad. They were cracked and falling apart with a seemingly uninterrupted string of potholes. And the potholes were gnarly. More than a few times, I came closer than I would have liked to flipping over my handlebars. We pulled off to shield ourselves from the wind by standing behind a giant wooden sign. It was a welcomed break from what had become a couple hours of dipping and weaving between pits in the road. But we had to keep going. We had to find a place to sleep. And hopefully grab a cerveza. We crested a small hill and came across what seemed to be a tiny pink motel. Seemed promising.
Oh.
Now, what is it? What time is it?
It's like 4.
4:50.
Yeah.
It's cold, windy, and getting dark. And we don't know where we are, really. We found a hotel, but no one's here. I have no idea. We're probably somewhere right here.
Eu acho que esse lugar que o cara falou que tinha gasolina. Let me see here. He said the gas.
Right there.
Catavina, that's it.
That's where you think we are?
Yeah, that's where we are. We are Catavina, right here.
Okay, this place was dead, we were quickly running out of light, and we were still in no man's land. So Dad decided to scout ahead, while Lucas and I looked around this ghost motel.
The door is just open to this place.
Free stay? Does the power work?
I don't know.
What's in here?
It's the bathroom, I think.
Is the water on? No.
No water?
No running water, but who gives a
So I
crap?
guess there's probably no power either. It's warm in here though, it's not windy.
We got some shampoos.
Just as I was about to set up camp in this place, Dad came back from the scout.
You guys want to see poverty? I want you guys to see poverty.
There's another hotel. How much farther?
Just right there. Let me show you some poverty first.
We putted through a neighborhood of dilapidated shacks and lean-tos. Dad was right. I hadn't seen anything like it, and for a moment, it really put things in perspective, you know? These people lived here, in the desert, hundreds of miles away from the nearest anything, just trying to make ends meet. And I was just complaining about how cold my face was while on a joyride with my family. Maybe the wind and potholes weren't that bad. And, sure enough, on the other side of the road from the shacks was an overpriced hotel. Huh, looks like we're not the only motorcycle tourists here tonight. We parked our $1,000 tiny bikes beside the $20,000 behemoth and tried to find its owner. Of course, we found him at the bar.
Where you guys going with those mopeds?
I don't know, we don't have a destination, just driving. Just driving.
Good for you.
So we'll catch up with you, we're gonna get a room here as well.
Yeah.
We're done for today, man, dribbling those
Oh, I bet
potholes.
you are.
Those potholes.
Man, that
One of
wind
those?
is killer, man. I tell you.
Pretty, yeah, I hate
You guys with the white box?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like we're making a name for ourselves.
So we're getting to be famous with the pizza boxes. Are we getting to be famous now? The big bikes?
Are you guys on bikes too? Or?
No, we're driving a really dirty Jeep outside.
Oh, sweet.
There's nothing better than making friends after a long ride. Well, except maybe a good night's sleep before doing it again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. This trip was truly life-changing for us, and we would love to have you follow us for every kilometer. So make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a new episode of Baja Bound every other Wednesday.